Good morning, traders. Hope everyone is having a good morning. I'm not seeing much moving though, but it is Friday. Good morning to Mimi, Bob Peterson, Two Stray Dogs, Jay, Bob Smith, Mr. Rodriguez, Parabolic, still have a few minutes to go. Hopefully we'll get something today. Yesterday was boring. I actually got tired of looking for something and just turned it off. It's okay though, I got other work done. Got a couple of scans built. I definitely will be testing those scans this morning. Actually, all day. Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, James. Man, I hope you guys said your prayers this morning. We definitely need a stock pick for this week. Put a little bit of money in the pocket. Something good, something more than a nickel or a dime. It is Friday. About 50 seconds to go. Hopefully something will pop up for us. If you're new here, we're watching this column this morning. We're watching for percentages to rise. When they rise, we'll click on them and check them out on the chart, see if they're worth buying or not. It's been a slow week. Maybe we'll get blessed today. Hopefully something more than a penny stock. Let me make sure I have my volume spike on 0, and I do. Make sure yours is on 0. Make sure your chart's on EXT for extended hours. Well, it's not looking good so far. Actually, very little activity even. We didn't even have a run at market open.
Morning, guys.
Couple of them popping in, but they pop right out. $5 stock on this one, but still it's only moving a couple of pennies. We need the buyers to come back into the market. I have a feeling they're not going to till things turn around. Therefore, we're picking, trying to find something. Good morning, Raphael. Good morning, Kelly. This is really typical for Friday, though I don't think we've had a really good Friday in quite some time. It's like everybody starts taking profits and the day's over after that point. But Friday's been like that forever. Every now and then we'll get one on a Friday. I think ARM is too expensive for most people. Trying to keep it affordable for everyone. This one is taking off, but very low volume. Maybe it's only buyers and no sellers. They have news, but it's not real good news. It's kind of like they decided to push something through, even though it wasn't perfect. Good morning, Jesse, Alex, Walter. Man, I just can't trust these stocks that cost 18 cents. How many thousands of shares do you need to buy to make $100 even? 10,000? And how do you get out of 10,000 shares with a profit? I really don't understand your question, Raphael. All I know is we have a volume spike. That's what's telling us if they're going up or down. You don't have this volume spike loaded. That's where you're going to get all of your stock plays. This is live activity. They don't go up because of the pre-market watch list. They go up because volume is increasing or decreasing or whatever. These numbers let us know if they're going up or down. When they're green, they're going up. When they're red, they're going down. And of course, if they're not doing anything, they disappear. Very low volume on this stock. It is going up. I have to give it credit, but it's not enough volume to really jump in and get out with a profit. I mean, if I got in with 5,000 shares, then I might come out 1,000 at a time. By the time I get them all sold, I'm probably not into the profit that I thought I had. Good morning, Gregster. Raphael, did I answer your question? I don't know if I even answered your question correctly. If you're wondering what this column is, you get it off of Discord over in Current Setup. If you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough about 6:30. Good morning, James. We have a few popping up, but they're not really advancing. They're just popping up like one order or two orders. Not a bunch of people coming in to buy them. Good morning, Pablo. Good morning, Harleys. Yeah, there's not much volume this morning, that's for sure. Nothing yet, anyways. Maybe we'll get one. Don't give up too quick. Yeah, sometimes around 10 o'clock, 10:30, something will move. Power hour hasn't been that great, though, from 2 to 3, the last hour of market trading. That used to be pretty powerful. That's why they called it power hour. It was awful. Even after hours was dead yesterday. I've been watching stocks in the after hours as well. Last week we had a few good ones in after hours take off. This week, nothing. If you didn't know it, you could use your pre-market riser scan after the market closes. It turns right back on. And you can catch any stocks moving after hours. So I finally made the move yesterday to get rid of my Xfinity completely. In the last 2 days, it went out a total of 9 times. I'm talking TV and internet. It's a good thing I brought in this fiber. It hasn't gone down one time since I've had it. It's been about a month.
And you had to pay extra?
Yeah, I got to give them $10 a month for the last 5 months, but that's fine. My wife, she's the one that pays all the bills. I do all the work. And she told me yesterday that with Xfinity and the 2 phones, because we have the package deal, I was paying $340 a month for TV and phone. I about hit the floor. Most of the shows are reruns, so I'm paying for reruns.
Get Google Voice and have a free phone.
Yeah, I do have a Google Voice. I have 2 phone lines on my phone. And no stocks whatsoever. Give us one, please. We need it. Yeah, my son had came over and said, hey, you need to get a Fire Stick. And I said, I tried them before. He said, no, get a Fire Stick and subscribe to a company called Apollo Group TV at $160 a year. And you can get all the channels back. So I'm going to test that route. I don't watch a bunch of TV anyway. If I'm watching something, it's about mountain climbing or camping or fishing or whatever kind of outdoor activity. I don't care about the movies where you're chopping somebody's head off, shooting them and killing them, and that's never been me. All I know is we need a stock play. That's really what we need. All right, if you're new here, I am Ricky Gaspard, and I am a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkScript coder, and I coded my own indicators. This indicator you see right here is a volume spike indicator. It watches volume for stocks that are advancing or declining. As soon as they trigger in this column, we click on them, and over here we look at them on the chart. This is called a pullback strategy. If we get a volume spike here, we confirm that we have a crossover of the moving averages. This is the 5 and this is the 13. We confirm that we have arrows. Up here, you'll see a bullish signal kick in if the current candle is still bullish. Down here, you'll see the overall volume of that stock, and we want buyers to outnumber sellers. So a green buyers will pop in here. We always watch for volume. We like lots of volume so we can sneak in and sneak out and get a piece of it. Unfortunately, this week's been pretty slow. Haven't had many to choose from, but it'll get better. I've got the right indicators. I just need the market to comply with us. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I'll put the link in the chat. Please do so. Watch the videos, learn what's going on. Like the video, share the videos. Let others know what we're doing here. Everything is free, and I'm trying to keep it that way. If you haven't joined our Discord, here's the link to the Discord. Over there, there's over 900 investors. Everybody's helping everybody. Some of them are teaching when they have enough participants. Everybody's sharing knowledge. If you have questions, head over to our support department. Post your question. We'll get to you as soon as we can. But for now, we're watching this column. We're watching for volume spikes. This is Friday. Fridays are always slow. So enjoy your coffee, stare at your screen, watch for numbers. That's what we're all doing. Two stray dogs, that's my feeling too. I mean, I don't see paying that much. I had to kill Verizon the same way. I mean, Verizon was eating me up for $250 a month, the TV for $350 or so. I was looking at $600 to have a phone and internet at one time. I took action. I'd rather bank the money than give it to them. I'll get a cheap phone service somewhere. Try the Fire Stick thing. Try to knock it all down to just a couple of $100 a year. That's what happens when you let the wife pay the bills and you just bring home the check. You're not really looking on that side of life. At least I'm not. Unless I go to her and say, hey, how much are we paying for this? And then my jaw hits the floor. Two stray dogs. Actually, I have both of them. I'm going to try both of them. Pretty dead, guys. Nothing moving. Total silence. Bob, I have that Prime account as well. My problem, when you get my age, you try to watch a movie and in 15 minutes you're asleep. That's how that goes for me. It doesn't keep my attention. I close my eyes. Yeah, Bob, it's not very productive, that's for sure. Since I kicked off this Discord, I'm trying to find time to keep the wife occupied. I don't want her to be left out. I think Starlink is only internet, isn't it? I got the internet covered. If you're new here, my next walkthrough will be at 7:30. If I don't fall asleep. I think I'll get by with either that Roku or Fire Stick and that Apollo Group TV subscription. My son says I'll still catch my baseball. I don't watch much football. Tell you what was surprising is I used to think hockey was boring, ice hockey, until I went to a game and they actually popped out the glass right in front of me. It hit the floor. And I do mean right in front of me. And started fighting. And actually being there on the scene when all that was happening, it was pretty exciting. It's been a few years since I've been to one. I think that game was the Pensacola Ice Pilots. I don't even know if they still exist. That's when I was over in Pensacola. They actually gave me a free hockey puck. I still got it. Couldn't tell you where it is, but I have it. Lord, we need a stock pick, please. We need a blessing. Well, it looks like you got plenty time to fix it. There sure isn't any picks popping up. You'll hear me if one pops up. If you're new here and popping in, we're watching the volume spike. This column lets us know if anything's going up or down. When we see one, we click on it, look at the chart to see if we're interested in buying it or not. If one spikes over here, we watch for a crossover and these green arrows to pop in. We watch our volume. This morning there's none. Unfortunately, there is a label up here called bullish or bearish. It's monitoring the volume in this current candle. If there's enough buyers, it will pop up bullish. Down here is the overall volume of the stock. We watch for this 100% buyers, or at least we watch for buyers to outnumber the sellers. That's indicated by these two right here. And that's what we do all day long. Watch this column, click on them, verify that we want to buy them. It's been a very tough week for everybody. If you're here searching for stock picks, we're suffering just like everybody else. Occasionally we'll get one. Just have to be patient. Patience pays good if you wait. So we're watching the entire pre-market. Anything in pre-market moves, it jumps up here to the top. It immediately lets us know. Just like that, but there's no volume. I don't even think the short sellers are making any money. How far down can a stock go till you don't make any money? I think both ends of the market are suffering. Everything's pretty much running flat, especially after 9 o'clock in the morning. You can only drive them down so far until everybody's broke. I don't short stocks when the market is suffering like this. I feel like I'm part of the problem if I keep driving them down. I've always had that guilty feeling like that. Don't add to the problem. That's my solution. Man, did you see that yesterday? I don't know if y'all caught that video or not, where y'all all know that Biden was pushing the electric car thing for the last 6 or 8 months to a year. And come to find out, they were all investing in the electric car industry and was relying on our president to promote the electric car thing, and they made millions of dollars off of fraudulent activity as a government employee. I think it's very unfair. But with all of the stuff that's been going on, I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, they will not go to jail for it. Even one of them, she says, you're guilty of perjury. You need to resign. Oh, well, I apologized. She says, well, apologizing doesn't make the crime go away. Well, I apologized. Crooked, crooked, crooked. They won't let us make any money, but they'll sure let themselves make it. Very unfair. Quite honestly, I just wish all of this would just go away. Let's get back to normal. Just give me normal. That's all I want. Sometimes I tell myself you don't even need to be concentrating on that side of life, but I think that's the reason we're in the situation we are, is because we're not looking at what's going on. That's how we ended up here. Now I find that I need to pay attention to what's going on. Used to be, let's let them do their job and I'll do mine. But now you got to watch them. Actually, I don't know what they're doing. All I know is they've got the economy in such bad shape, nothing's moving. I'm not going to blame anybody. They're both guilty, both sides. One's not better than the other. I can do that. Let me see if I can switch around here and show you what I'm working on, what I got going. So on that monitor, I have TQQQ on a 5-minute chart. This one it's linked to the stocks over here on the volume spike. This is the 10-minute chart, the 15-minute chart. Have a tick chart right here. This is the one I watch for getting entries and exits. This is the 133 tick. And I don't really have much going on for pre-market on the other monitors. That one is the monitor below the one you're watching. It just gives me a shorter distance to move the mouse. That's the trading platform. It's set to 1 minute. And that's about it this morning. During the day, I will have all kind of different scans running. And I'm mainly watching scans. Watching volume spike on different types of scans. And if nothing's moving, I give up on that and I go do something productive with the rest of my life and my time. You didn't know, I also run a construction company. Every now and then they'll call me and say, can you come out? And that's what happened a couple days ago. But I'm mainly just the owner. I don't like going out there hardly anymore. Try to let the job foremans take care of them. But every now and then they have an issue and I gotta go. And I understand. To Mimi, I don't have an indicator on my tick chart. Well, let me correct that. I don't have a script indicator. I only just put the 2 moving averages. It's not a script. You can just add them. If you don't know how to do that, I can walk you through it because there's nothing happening this morning. I can find the right screen. That's the one. So you can just go to your studies and type in EXP. You can see it's just 2 moving averages. There's no V2 or nothing. So if you just type EXP over here, you'll see exponential pop up. You move 2 of them over and you go to the gear icon and make one a 5 and one a 13 and select a color. This one's the 13 in blue. And then I just play these crossovers. This chart moves much faster than the one you're watching on the live stream. So if I'm getting in right in here somewhere, you're probably seeing 1 candle when I actually get in. I really like the tick chart. Helps me to be more productive. So to be truthful about it all, when you get good enough and you're comfortable, you'll realize you don't need those pretty little arrows. You'll learn price action, volume, and crossovers. That's what's good about these indicators, is it's teaching you to watch what's going on. Why did it cross over? Well, the volume increased. Buyers came in. So you learn volume and price action, and it's not really what a candle is called. I know they've named them all kind of stuff. I don't pay attention to names. I pay attention to trends, crossovers, and volume. Once you get that down, you pretty much got it under control. Yeah, I swapped over pretty easy. Actually, I never changed platforms, only names. I'm still on the ThinkorSwim platform off the TD Ameritrade site. It's never asked me to log into Schwab. I was told that you could use either or, and so far that statement's true. My biggest problem was when I changed over to fiber and unplugged the server to change it over. I also run a server. that backs all of this stuff up every day. And I had to call in a tech to tie it all back together because the IP addresses changed. I couldn't find the server through the other computers. Not much moving today, typical for a Friday. This weekend we get to watch the grandbaby. That's always a blessing. 5 years old, female, very cute. And she loves her pawpaw. So if all 50 of us buy this stock, maybe we can make it move a penny. Just an idea. It won't work though. Yeah, I'm watching Mara on another monitor. Reason I'm not going to buy it is because 1006, 1008, 1010, 1012, 1014. There's no money there. That one stays in my watch list. It's been in my watch list for years. But in this down market, it hasn't been performing like it used to. Used to get some $3 and $4 swings out of this stock. Was almost guaranteed at least 50 cents a day. But since the market crash, it's been just like the rest of them. Occasionally it moves good. I've seen this stock as high as $14 just within the last 3 or 4 months, I think. That tells you how much of a swing it'll move. See if I can pull a yearly chart up here. So it's made it as high as $20. And we had a pop here from $10.90 to $14. But not much. Hasn't moved for a while. This was on July. Made a good run up. Yeah, there's a lot of people been playing it for years. You could probably actually, if we were in a good market, you could probably just play it daily. But it hasn't been responding because of the market. I could watch it and just zoom out on it like for 30 days or 2 months. And every time it would get down at its low, I would just buy 100 shares and wait on it. And it would run up $2 or $3 and I would bank it and get out. Short it back down. Buy it back again. But we're not having that kind of movement with this market. That's why it's important to create you a list of really good stocks that have nice swings. Once you build that watch list and monitor it, trading becomes good again, but we have to have the market for it. So if you create a scan with an ATR of 2, that should pull up quite a few stocks, or maybe none with this market. So an ATR would be a swing of about 2. Not necessarily $2, but good swings. Man, we blew right on through 7 o'clock and didn't even have a slight increase in the stock picks. That ought to tell you something. It's going to be a slow Friday. If you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough at 6:30. I'll let you know what's going on. Right now, here's a briefing. We're just watching this column. We're watching for volume spikes through this pre-market scan. This is monitoring the entire pre-market. If anything moves, it pops up here. We wait for a crossover. We wait for spike arrows to click in. We watch for higher volume. We watch for buyers to come in. And we watch this current candle, which will have a bullish label up here if there's enough buyers coming in. So to make it simple, volume spike, crossover. Do we have arrows? Do we see green? Do we see green? Do we have volume? You can do that in a matter of seconds once you catch on. It's not very hard. We have this volume spike set as sensitive as it can be, so the slightest movement will trigger. As you see there. So the moment something moves, we know. It's not like you're getting one at a time. Sometimes we get multiple choice, but the volume is just not there currently. The market's flat. But we don't have to search for stocks. They'll pop up. Don't have to study the market the night before. Don't have to chase news. If the news is good, it'll pop up here. So we just stare at our screen and wait for activity. Sometimes it's boring, but boring pays well when you get one. It's worth the wait. So you set all of this up on your computer. It only takes about 5 minutes if you follow the instructions. The instructions are on Discord. I'll let you know about that at 7:30. Don't trade off of my system. Don't trade off my stream. It's sometimes extremely delayed. You could lose money. But once you set this up on your computer, it's instant. No delays. He knows instantly when something's moving. And we do this all day long. Good morning, Coach. Sorry about that noise. And just like that, they're gone. A few pennies and they disappear. Alex, I kind of sent that question to you. If you installed it correctly, I replied at your support question. Are you talking about this volume spike color? What I'm interpreting is that your background is changing colors and not your price. Is that what I understand correctly? I don't know why you're having that issue. Maybe, did you install it correctly? Did you import the link? Did you open the gear icon in a watch list and load it? I've never seen anybody have the issue where the price was not changing. It almost sounds like an install issue to me. Maybe you got it earlier and you copied and pasted the code and didn't copy all of it. I don't really know. I can't see your computer is the problem. Let me give you a link right off of my system. If that doesn't work for you, I don't know. You have an issue on your end. Let me see how to do that. That's a different brainwave. Alex, there's a link to the volume spike. Try installing that one. You see mine's working fine. So if that doesn't work for you, you've got an issue on your end. Good morning. Good morning, Nuck and Tuck. I see the viewers are fluctuating from like 80 to 60, 75 to 55. That's people popping in looking to see if we have anything moving, probably coming over from other channels. They'll learn this is where all the action happens. Just hang around, join us. I can, Gregster. I had to disable that feature for the members. My Discord was growing faster than my YouTube. I can't make YouTube money that way, so if you go through YouTube, there's a link to Discord. But I don't want people skipping over YouTube. I need support for this channel. So I opted to disable it. So if you send them to YouTube, have them subscribe to YouTube and follow the directions, and problem is solved. They can still join. They just have to go through YouTube. Yes, sir, I'm going to do that at 7:30. I'll do the demo. I'll walk them through it, post the links. Good morning, Chuck. Yeah, you guys need to help me out here. I need YouTube money. I'm not asking you for anything. I hate to even mention it, really. I hate to have to say go through YouTube. But at least pay for the internet connection now. Come on. It's not out of pocket. It's just participation. All right, if you're new here, I am Ricky Gaspard. I am a guy that trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I am also a ThinkScript coder. I code my own indicators and I give them out for free. This volume spike is one of my creations. It watches for volume, positive and negative. It lets you know immediately if the stock is going up or down. This is our pre-market scan. So you apply this volume spike. I apply it to the market watch list. That way I can just bring up all of my scans in one watch list and monitor them all day long for spikes. Once we see a spike, I coded this pullback strategy. You get a spike over here. You look for a crossover of these moving averages. This is the 5 and the 13. You look for arrows to pop in. These arrows are actually volume spikes. Up here we have a label that pops in, bullish or bearish. If bullish pops in, that means this current candle is bullish and buyers are coming in. Down here is the overall volume. We looked that we have more buyers than sellers. Right now we have more sellers. So to put it simply, we get a volume spike, you click on it, you quickly confirm you have arrows and crossovers, green and green, and the volume is there, and you make your decision to buy. It's very simple to do, very simple to load. If you're not a member of our YouTube channel, here is the link. Subscribe to YouTube, watch the videos, watch the old ones and the new ones. They all will teach you something, even though some of them are older. Learn what's going on here by watching the YouTube videos. Once you join YouTube, there's a link under each video to join our Discord. Once you join our Discord, and here's the link, we have over 900 investors over in Discord. Lots of people sharing knowledge. If you have any support questions or have trouble with install, leave me a message in support. If I can't get to you, somebody will. We have quite a few volunteers that are greatly appreciated. We have lots of channels with penny stock picks, regular stock picks, options. We have a guy named River Place Dad. He's always posting something like every 15 minutes, it seems like. Gregster's always posting penny stocks. They all do their research before they post them. They're not just wild guesses. Come and join us. Get educated. We'd love to have you on board. And thank you for showing up this morning. And I'm here every morning, 5 days a week, unless I get called out on the field, but that's very rare. So Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. till 9:30, I hold these live streams and walk you through how to find stocks, how to monitor them, how the system works. Everything's tied in together. This volume spike is tied into these arrows, to these labels. It's all working together to bring you the best stock pick possible. Just need to learn how to use it. If you're a beginner, come here every morning and just monitor. Don't try to buy stocks. Just learn. Take your time. It doesn't come to you overnight or in a week or a month. This is something that takes time to learn. You need to learn more than just these indicators. You need to learn price action, volume, how volume cooperates, how crossovers work. And once you put it all together, you become profitable. Sometimes we make bad decisions, even the best of us, so you're going to lose a few. Just cut your losses short. Don't hang on hoping to recover. That's usually a big mistake. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Just get out of it. Try the next one. That's how you do it. So Gregster's been having some pretty good penny stock picks for all of you penny stock players. I highly encourage you to go join his penny stock channel. And it's not just his, but he is the beginning start of it. Compare stock quotes. Compare picks. Help build a good team in the penny stock section. Many people play them. There's good information over there, along with all of the other channels. If you're new to Discord, all of the channels on the left, all the text channels, they're basically chat rooms. Click on each one. Talk to people, read what's going on. So basically, it's just a chat platform with different rooms. There's also one called Current Setup. Visit that channel. It'll walk you through setting up this volume spike in this section here. I have TOS scripts of all the scripts I've written through the years. I have TOS scans with all of the scans. And I create them one every couple weeks and add to the list. Whenever I find it worthy, they're going to hit Discord. So come join the information, the education, meet some new traders, meet some friends. Make yourself at home. That's what it's all about. Thank you for joining us this morning. Yeah, if you're a futures trader, we've got a group in that room too. Get together, form a group, take action. That's how it happens. Discussion is key. One person might see something the other one doesn't see. It could be the trigger for profits. Currently, it's Friday. Fridays are always slow. We're waiting on this spike indicator to trigger, if it does trigger at all. Hopefully, we'll get blessed today. Sometime today, we may get a good runner. We don't have to go search for it. Just create your scans, monitor your scans with this volume spike indicator. If you see one moving, go check it out. Don't trade off of my screen. It is delayed. Sometimes as much as 30 seconds. That could cost you hundreds. Set your computer up. Monitor this stuff live. And if you're new, don't buy, just watch. Once you learn how it responds, you'll catch on really quick. This weekend, I have a new indicator coming out. I still need to create that video. Probably be released on Sunday. Right now, it's being tested by about 4 people, 4 different investors. We're all gathering results. So far, they're looking fairly well. Might be another tool to put in the arsenal. I'm sure it will be. And quite honestly, it's hard to test anything in a flat market. That's what takes so long to test things. Gotta wait for something to move to see how the indicator's responding. That's funny. Best part about it is I've got scans to go along with it. So when it triggers in a scan, it's triggering on the chart as well. About 8 o'clock, I'll take a 10-minute break as I do every day. When I return, we'll set up for market open. Just a few changes, nothing drastic. We're all waiting to see where that Schwab switchover happens. We're all waiting to see what happens at the end. Some of us are having trouble with the Schwab platform. Some of us aren't. All we can do is wait and see where we end up. I haven't changed my software. The only thing I had to do, I had to go to TD Ameritrade and download the latest version. That's all I had to do. I'm not using the Schwab platform or the Schwab ThinkorSwim, if that's what they called it. I'm still on the original software, but the updated version. I think they updated it so it would work with Schwab. I would think eventually it's not going to be on the TD Ameritrade website. It'll only be the Schwab one once they get the bugs out. So switching over might not be done. Even for me, I may have to end up eventually going to the Schwab part of it. But we'll see. They say both of them will continue working, but they didn't say how long. Good morning, Scott. So I'm looking at the 5-minute chart here on CGC. Even on 5 minutes, this would be a rough ride. Is it going up or going down? Is it going up or going down? And for the pennies it's producing, I don't think it's worth the risk even on a 5-minute chart. Good morning, Kyle. Not very many choices today. It's a typical Friday. Friday, people go back to cash. Maybe a few buyers throughout the day. And hopefully they'll pop up here if there is. Good morning, Sheo. I've never been a book person, so I don't have any answers for you. Of course, there's a reason behind that. I write my own indicators. I learn what those indicators do. That's my book. I hope so as well. That's the goal. I think it'll take off. What's holding us back is this market. That's what's holding us back. We're doing good though, anywhere from 15 to 25 a day are joining. But I'll bet you if the market was good, it would be in the hundreds. Finding subscribers in a down market's like trying to find a good stock in a good market. It's a good time to learn when things are slow. You can master this market, pull out a few good ones every now and then. When the market turns green, you'll be ready to go. Thank you for that comment. Thank you for that information, Greg R. I'm pretty sure the SPY is probably not doing so hot either. Let me look at the SPY this morning. We haven't actually looked at it. There you go, folks. That's what the SPY looks like. Let's bring it up to a 15-minute chart. Not so hot. Lots of red arrows. I have 4 scans running and they're pretty much blank. Few of them are moving, but very little. I think I have all the bases covered, but can't get any movement. Scott, I think you're good to go. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't teach you one thing and tell you that's not working anymore. Only thing you'll see here is different versions of the same thing coming out. And if I put out a different version, that means I've got it to work a little bit better. That's about the only change you'll see because I'm mainly a volume player. Volume and moving averages. That's what these indicators do. They monitor the most important things when buying a stock or selling a stock. And it happens live before your eyes. They're not indicators where you have to look back and see, did it hit this mark before? Is it going to return back to this mark? It tells you what's happening at the moment. All Are you talking about the pre-market scan? And the all stock scan, they're basically just scans. So if you went to toss scans and loaded these two scans, then you just watch them in the watch list. I use the Market Watch tab. You can pull up any scan that you've loaded from Personal just by clicking here and finding that pre-market risers. And if it says pre-market risers here, you have that scan loaded. Same thing with this one. All I did was go to Personal and find all stocks and loaded it. So these are actually scans, not different watch lists. I'm just monitoring the scans in a watch list. Scott, that's a good idea. You pick up on, what do they call it? Subliminal messages. I've actually done that before. Let me see if I can find that video for you. Todd, if you watch this video, you don't have to load all of the indicators that's in the video, just the ones you need. That'll show you how to set up the Market Watch tab as a watch list. That's really the only one you need to set up. But if you explore the YouTube channel, there's a lot of information there. I highly encourage you to watch all the videos. Even if you watch the video and you don't care about that kind of setup, you don't have to load everything that's in the video. Just load the most important ones that make you happy. That's good news, Scott. You're doing a couple bucks in this market. You're doing better than most of us. I actually lost $8 this week with a 1,000 share investment. Thank you, Todd. I enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun for me. I'm a people person. I like helping people accomplish things that I've done. I think that makes the world a better place. I have nothing to hide. No secrets. Gave them all away. Of course, I've been like that all my life. If I figure something out, I want somebody to know. Good morning, Super. Okay, guys, I know it's going to turn red here in a minute with the 8 o'clock hour. They're going to take their pre-market profits if they made any. I doubt they did this morning, but I'm going to take 10 minutes here and I'll be back soon. right, I am back. Few more minutes, we'll load up on market open setup. Just a couple of quick, easy changes. About 5 or 6 minutes, we'll do that. Arm looks tempting, but I think I'm going to wait till after market open so it doesn't dump on me. Market open will tell the story. So I know this IPO launched yesterday. There's going to be people in profit already from the launch. Will they bail this morning at market open to take their profits? We don't know that, but they could. Or they may pump it up and bring it up even higher and then take profits. It's a wait and see. Hopefully those of you in our group get the gap up if you're already in it. Mike can make a better judgment call on a 5-minute chart on ARM. 1 minute could take you out and then it'll turn right around and run up. 5-minute looked a lot better. These red candles on a 5-minute chart is only one candle, where you would think it was going to go down, not necessarily on a 5-minute chart. Yeah, small share size, definitely. Let's go ahead and change over to our market open. I'm going to move this scan up to the top. It's the all stock scan. Right here. Uh-oh, wrong one. And I'm going to sort it by mark percent change. I'm also going to move the spike numbers up. Go to edit formula, right click on the name, edit formula, change it to 100. Click apply and OK. When you sort it by mark percent change, highest to lowest, it's going to scatter your volume spike. That's fine. We want to monitor the top gainers. This one down here, I'm going to change it to that new scan for that new setup. I want to see what pops up. I want to test it at open this morning. If you haven't been here for market open, this column is going to get very volatile. There'll be buyers and sellers. It'll fill up the column and then they'll disappear and they'll come back. It'll get very volatile, and I just saw ARM jump about $5, $3. That must be Crunching the Market bought a bunch of shares. He's probably laughing at that one.
You know, Ricky, even blind squirrels find nuts.
What's that?
I said, even blind squirrels find nuts. Yeah, I made a few pennies yesterday at home. I was talking about that one. I think this morning it's going to go even higher. What I like reading about it, they really expect it to jump 25 or 2030 to buy a 5x, to be worth $250 million. So there's a lot of overhead on this stock at the end of the day.
So you're into it for long term?
Well, I mean, I'm scalping it right now.
Right.
But I'll probably wind up, once it settles down, I probably will position.
Right. So that was Crunching the Market chiming in. He's the one that brought this to our attention yesterday, if you were here. He's very good at what he does. He's over on Discord if you ever want to chat with him.
But I'll tell you the story from yesterday. I got in 4 times yesterday and made somebody the first one and got trapped at 10:15 a.m. High when it raced up a bit, and so I wound up holding that the rest of the day. It came down because there's a lot of hedge funds or RKK funds. They'll buy stocks at the end of the day, which is why it's called Power Hour.
Right.
And so I thought that it might run in the afternoon, and about 3:30 it was around $58. And the volume started just going up and up and up, and so I didn't double down, which I probably should have at 58. But it was slipping along at 1 million shares, and then 2 million shares, and then 3 million shares every 5 minutes. And every time it came down, whoever was buying bought a lot. Just rocketed it up to $63, and I wound up taking a nice profit on my held share if I was stuck, but then also took one more hit at it and made $500 more to wind up today about $2,000 yesterday. So
that's great.
That's a pretty big, heavy, gamble risk for that. But we all have to do. So
You made it work. That's all that counts.
yeah. I think that the open market's gonna be interesting on this ARM. So, like we've always said, buy 1 share, buy 10 shares, buy 100 shares. You gotta pay to play.
That's it. Got to get your line wet. All right, we got about a minute to go before market open. Be careful. You're going to buy some ARM. I'm going to probably wait on a pullback. That's how I'm going to trade it. And by doing so, I may miss the run. But I'll take my chances on the pullback. If I can get in a little cheaper, that's always better.
It held the line yesterday, opening at 51. Pre-market and post-market, or post-market and pre-market have.
That would be good.
I think you're already in the pullback frequency to get in.
Yeah, I may miss it, but that's okay too. I'll have other opportunities to grab some. Good luck, everyone, and be careful.
Here's your pullback right there. 68.
Yeah, I need it to be bigger than that. There we go. I'm waiting to see if that's going to end up being a resistance line. Resistance means it's going to go past it and it can't get back up through it. If it does come back up, I'll probably grab a few. I'm also watching the crossover, monitoring the buyers and the sellers. I'm looking for a spike to come in. It's acting like a Friday, that's for sure. I don't like the sellers down here. Everything needs to line up. We need green and green. We did not get the crossover of the moving averages. No green arrows yet. We need a crossover and some spikes to start happening. Hopefully this don't turn into a resistance level. I know it'll probably bounce. I just don't know when. So right now I'm just going to monitor it. We're getting some wide separation between the moving averages. That's not a good sign. But it could turn around in a heartbeat. This is the stock market. You never know. Do have buyers. We don't have a spike. We don't have a crossover. We don't have arrows. We don't have a bullish signal. Good morning, higher ground. I'm going to try it here. Oh, it missed me. Come on, bounce down. Not going to let me in. Let me see why. Wonder why my buy order didn't execute. I am on day. Coming back down for a retest maybe. I'm going to try it again. There we go. according to my other indicators, it looks like it's going to flush for some reason. Yeah, I think it's going to go down. I'm going to cover my losses, I think. Indicators aren't lined up. Other indicators that I'm watching are also moving down. So that's good news for y'all. When I sell, it goes up. So we'll see. I've got two other indicators pointing down. That's what made me cover. That's why I got out right there. I'd be down about $500 if I wouldn't have got out. So right there, I had green arrow, I had a crossover, I had buyers, and a small spike. I entered, and it failed. That tells you right there you can do everything right and be wrong. That's why you cut your losses short. You're not going to be right 100% of the time. One thing I won't do is I won't hang on to when the indicators are pointing south. I won't hang on. I cut my losses short. I'm only down $100.99. It was worth a try. Probably spend that on dinner tonight. Have more indicators pointing down now. So that new yellow arrow saved me again. Let me pull it up. Right there. It said get out. And of course, that's the arrow I bought into. And I got out about right there. V4 indicator was right on the money as well. Gave a buy, gave a sell. I'm also watching the other scans. You can reach up here and sort your volume spike back up to the top. If anything decides to move, it'll be up there. It's pretty much selling off on Friday. Looks like we're going to go down and retest this level here. Yeah, them IPOs are hard to play, especially one at this price level. Good money to be made if you can catch a bottom. Might pick up a buck or two. I'm watching the tick chart as well. The tick chart is trying to flip around to the upside. It's struggling though. So we have another level below this one. Right down there. Hopefully it don't go retest it as well. I can read a chart pretty good. I kind of figured it was going to come back down here. Of course, I'm reading my own indicators. You have those indicators. Just need to learn them. You can make these same calls. I called the flush up here. It was going to flush, and it did. Now we're down at the retest. In order for me to be interested in this stock again, it's going to have to break this resistance level here, turn around, retest it, and then shoot up. I wouldn't gamble here. Even though it may come up to here, it may fall right back down. And it looks like it is going to come back up to here. That is a level right there. It's touched back here even and resisted and resisted again. am not. I was, but I detected a flush before it happened, and I took a $100 loss and got out. So I'm getting a YouTube warning that the stream is not sufficient. That's going to be on the YouTube side, not my side. So whatever you do, don't trade off my screen. So we have about a 15 to 20 second delay. Definitely nothing on the scanner worth looking at. Like rig may be making a move, but it disappeared already. Let's see what it's doing. Not much of nothing. I think if ARM breaks through this level, it's going to go down to 63. And it did. It's probably going to hit that level down there that I mentioned earlier. It may swing up, retest this resistance level, and then pull down, or it may break back through. I'm going to say it's going to resist it and pull on down to 63. I probably should put a buy order down here. But that's against my strategy, so I won't. James, yeah, I do have issues. Actually, YouTube has the issue. They gave me a warning, but it's not on my end. I've already done a speed test. I'm still over a gig upload, so it's going to be on the YouTube side. Said y'all might get some buffering is what the warning was. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Steve66. Yeah, it looks like we're definitely going down to that 63. This is typical Friday sell-off. Probably has nothing to do with the stock. It's just people taking profit. Yes, sir. That's what's coming out on Sunday. Working really well. I'll bring it up for you. Show you what I mean by well. It gave a sell signal. This is back here. Let's see. Let's go to the 5-minute chart because it works off of a 5-minute. So at market open, it gave a sell signal, and it was absolutely correct. In pre-market, it gave a buy here, and it did not give a sell till market open. I hear you, two stray dogs. I've been thinking about buying 2 more myself. I just don't know if my hub will support it. Eddie, it appears to be good for 5 minutes for me. The options people, some of them are saying 3 minutes just as good. It is not V7. We actually don't know what we're going to call it. I really need a decision. I wish you guys could name it. I've named so many stuff, I'm running out of names. I don't really want to call it a V because it's not a volume indicator, it's a trend indicator. Trend and direction. So it detects when a stock changes trends, not necessarily that there's a spike. So it changed trends here. Even though it did pull back, it did change trends. Then it changed trends here and gave another signal. So when this downward trend changes, we should get an up arrow. I think the smartest way to play it, though, is with support and resistance levels. Well, we're at that 63 level I said we were going to hit. Looks like we may break through it. I think what I like about it most is it doesn't give a bunch of arrows. I mean, the volume spike arrows are fine, don't get me wrong, but this is like a cleaner approach. Like, okay, just tell me when to get in and tell me when to get out. I don't care about the other arrows. That's kind of this indicator. Money Mike, that's what they say, that V6 works really good on options. Yeah, no problem. So when I send it out there, make sure y'all test it as well. It's fairly new. Report any bug issues if you see them. So we're retesting that 63 level again. The spike indicator is headed straight down. Not the spike, the tick chart is. Now bouncing off of that level on the tick chart. Let me back out of it here some and see if there's another level down below that one. Well, that would be the launch. It actually launched here. I'm not going to call that a level, but it's back where it started. See you later, too, stray dogs. I appreciate you joining us this morning. Good morning, Santiago. Well, I think that one's done for today, unless it gets a pop later. This is a bad sign right here. This is what keyed me off earlier to get out of it. This is a good indicator to add to your chart. It's a ThinkorSwim indicator called slow stochastics, but you have to manipulate the numbers to get it to work properly. It's very easy to do though. Once you load it, just go to your stochastics, click on the gear icon and change the K period to 14 and the D to 3. You really only need these two. You can leave the overbought and the oversold. That's the two lines, but you really don't need the up and down signals. So if you go to slow K, change it to the color you want. I chose white. Slow D is the blue, and I made them thicker as number 2. And up here, you change K period to 14, D period to 3. And if you don't remember this, you can refer back to this live stream and scroll over and get it. When you see a crossover, when this thing drops down to 20, you wait for it to start moving up. You'll see the white line cross over, and then you start getting above the 20. And up here, you pretty much get out. So this would be an entry down here once it stops falling. So you would wait on these to pull up. It's just another confirmation to add to everything else. We don't have any volume to drive anything today. Everything is just barely ticking. So this is the scan. This is the scan that goes with these arrows. When you monitor this scan, you have to catch it right when it refreshes, like now. And it should put us right on a yellow arrow on each stock. They're going to be like an arrow behind. a candle behind because it has to confirm the trend. Some of them are reloading. They had already loaded. They just didn't get any new ones in the scan. But if you catch them and monitor the volume spike, you should be able to get pretty close to the next candle after the green arrow, the yellow arrow. These have been in there for a while. They haven't refreshed. Only one popped in, which was this one here. But it has no volume. Well, everyone, it's past my time. I'm not going to hang on to watch everything fall. I appreciate every one of you who joined us this morning. Hopefully you picked up a little bit more information, and I'm sure you did. Good luck with your trading. And I'm out of here. Y'all have a blessed weekend. And as always, God bless. Thank you, Sean, Greg, Steve, and everybody. I'm clicking the button. Thank you. Bye-bye.